and they desired more independence. And the reason is because the British government started acting a little strange. They recognized that people wanted independence, and instead of embracing that or trying to talk to them about that, what the government decided to do was impose a lot of taxes. Okay, and they imposed taxes because they were like, we want to get people where it hurts. We want to come for their pockets. And because of that, they thought to themselves, what can we tax that would have the greatest impact on people? What is it that people love? And one of those things was tea. At this time, people drank tea like adults drink coffee, right? They wake up in the morning, need a cup of coffee. That's how tea was, and it was so popular during that time period. So the British government, remember, these guys are in Britain, okay? And they're imposing taxes to people that live thousands of miles away from them. So if you're in the Americas, you're like, why? How can these people impose all these taxes on me and they don't even live on our land? You're not going to like that, and you're going to start thinking of what ways to rebel. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So the British government started imposing these taxes on tea, and this made it very difficult for some people to access tea because they couldn't afford it. You had other people that could afford it, but were like, why am I paying so much? Why am I being taxed for tea? Let's say the tea, for example, the tea costs $1 in Britain and $3 in the Americas. It was strange, and people didn't like that. So they began to rebel. And one of the ways they rebelled, and this is what the song talks about, is they decided to throw tea overboard. They intercepted a delivery and they threw the tea overboard. And this is what the song uh, the lyrics that you're going to read, this is what it talks about. Okay, so that gives you a bit of a backstory on that song, just so you understand what happened there. Another part of the assignment asks you various questions, and that is on elements of reasoning or Paul's reasoning model. So we're going to go over a couple of those now, okay, just so that we are on the same page and you all are not confused about what to do. So, and I'm just going to go over a couple of them because I want you all to work through the other ones on your own. The first question talks about purpose and goal, and it says, what is the purpose, and goal of the situation? All I was asking is, what was the purpose or the reason for the author writing the song? Why did they do that? As you're reading the lyrics of the song, you're going to notice, or you're going to have to figure out, what's the position? Is this person for the actions? Were they against it? Does it sound like a government official wrote it? Does it sound like a person who was a rebel wrote it? You have to figure that. What was the reason for them doing that? Another one is the point of view. What was the point of view for the person? Once we understand their purpose and goal, then that sheds light on how they were thinking. What was their point of view? What was their position on the issue? Another are the implications and consequences. What were the consequences, or what were the potential problems that could result of the actions that were committed, which was throwing the tea overboard? With interpretation, I mean, you're interpreting, you're trying to decipher the meaning between things. Assumptions, what assumptions or what guesses can you make based upon what you read regarding what will happen next? So these are all questions that you are asked regarding the song. And again, I know the song